Welcome to Comm in 10, the official podcast of the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. We bring you a fast-paced 10-minute spotlight on the voices, stories, and projects shaping journalism, media, and communication on our campus. 10 minutes, one story, all Maverick.
Welcome to Comm in 10. With us today is Dr. Amy Ellefson. She's a lecturer in the School of Communication, and her doctorate degree is from Southern Miss. That's not the full name, though. What is it?
The University of Southern Mississippi.
There it is. There it is.
So
Yep, gotta get it right.
So Amy's a very interesting character. We love to have her in the department. But what we'd like to talk with her today is about her work teaching at the Omaha Correctional Center. So Amy, I'll just toss this out. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah. So tell us how did you get started with this? What program is this, and how did you get involved?
Sure. So this is called UNO TRAC, which stands for, I always forget, so I actually have notes here.
Excellent.
It stands for Transforming, Renewing, Achieving, and Connecting. And the goal of this program is to serve students in the Omaha Correctional Center, and then to eventually, when they come out of incarceration, to offer them the opportunity to continue their education at UNO.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So then, so for like logistics and things like that, so like how did you get into this? What's the dress code? What are you allowed to bring, not bring? All that kind of fun stuff.
Ooh, that is a deep, far-reaching question.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, wait, were you surprised when you heard all the rules?
I wasn't surprised. There is a packet. There is a training that you go through every year. You can do it on Zoom or in person. There are many forms to fill out. You go through a full background check. There are multiple. You don't have to go through any interviews or anything. Things like I have tattoos on my arms that are visible. So when I go into the facility, I need to wear a long sleeve shirt.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's not required, but I have them covered.
Did they have to check them to see if they had any meaning that would?
So I would need to do that if I were to have them exposed, but I just wear a long sleeve shirt to avoid that particular part of the process. But yes, that would be part of the process. I got into this because I have always been interested in serving that particular population. My husband was a little bit nervous about me doing that, so he asked me to wait until our kids were a little older. The kids got older. I found this program at UNO during Wear Back, Give Black, of all things. They received a donation, and I was like, wait, what is this program? And I looked it up, and I contacted the director, Sadaf Hashimi, and she was like, wait, you teach a gen ed? That would be awesome to have.
Right on.
And so I started.
She's out of the criminal justice department?
Yes, she's in criminal justice.
Was it a grant?
This is all grant funded. So this is not funded directly through university funds. It is all grant funded.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So back to Adam's question, so you talked about what you can wear, like jewelry.
I do not wear jewelry. So there are lockers when you walk in. It's like airport screening, so you have to take your shoes off.
Sure.
I have to go through a pat down every time I come in. I have to wear a badge. I have to be escorted the entire time I'm in the facility, so someone is always with me. Uh-huh. There are lockers when I go in where I leave my cell phone, my keys, anything else. My pockets have to be empty.
Rings, earrings.
I leave my wedding ring can stay on. I don't wear earrings into the facility. I don't wear a watch. Everything. I'm just plain. I wear a long sleeve t-shirt and jeans.
All right.
Yeah.
And then how about teaching materials, paper clips,
everything,
staplers?
Nothing. No staples, no paper clips, any paper that I'm going to leave in the facility. So I have to have everything printed. I don't have access to any electronics. So everything has to be printed, and it has to be printed at the facility. So I have a contact there who does that for me very kindly. And so anything that's going to stay there has to be printed there for me.
Okay.
I can't bring anything paper in and leave it there.
Sure.
So just a little story. The students were very interested in using index cards for notes for their last speech. And there was I had to email and ask, hey, can we get index cards? Or can I bring them in? I could not bring them in. We couldn't actually get them. So they're making me index cards out of cardstock. They're going to print lines on it and then cut it for me so that the students have them, which is, again, the people who work there in education are really very kind, and they're extremely helpful and very cooperative.
That's cool.
It's so cool. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just a little thing that we don't even think of, like index cards.
Sure.
I just couldn't get them.
Do they have access to computers then to do their research? And
They do not.
So it's all handwritten,
It is. Everything is handwritten.
but they get pens and pencils.
Yes.
So obviously,
Yes.
they got to do something.
Yes. But again, the kind of pens are limited.
Okay.
So like it has to be a stick pen with a cap. It can't
So
be a
any
retractable pen.
violation from you, for example, if you bring in something, they just kick you out.
So I don't know what would happen. They would not let me in that day,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't necessarily ban me. I work really hard not to break the rules.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I've never had that problem. I don't know what would happen, honestly.
Wow.
I work really hard to be invited back.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Have you had any concerns or reservations about teaching to this population? You mentioned your husband was a little concerned.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They are incredibly respectful. They are great students. They come to class prepared. They are ready to learn. They are enthusiastic about it. They have great questions. They always want to know more. It is a great teaching experience. If somebody came to me and said, would you recommend doing this? I would say, absolutely, 100%. If you are willing to go through the paperwork, the background check, and do airport screening once a week,
Sure.
it is a great experience. And I have learned, I think I learn so much about the world
Sure.
by going in because, I have a PhD. I come from relative privilege, and the things that I learn by going in and talking to people who are not in my daily circle I get so much from that.
That's
feel
cool.
like sometimes I get more than they do,
Awesome.
to be honest.
All right. With that in mind, success stories. What if you walked out of it going, that's why I do this?
Okay.
But only a couple. We only got a few
I
minutes.
know. There's only so much time, and I'm a talker.
Wait, so this is your second semester.
This is
So
my
you've been
second
doing
semester.
It for 1 and almost a half semesters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first semester, I have to talk about Terry. So as you know, we have a twice yearly event called MAV Talks, and it's kind of a showcase for our public speaking students. And I kind of last minute, the first time I taught at OCC, I thought, wait, my OCC students should have an opportunity to potentially participate in this as well.
Absolutely.
So fortunately, the NSP, the Nebraska State Prison System, worked with me and sent someone to come in and record the students' final speeches.
Oh, wow.
It was a big deal. The assistant warden came and watched. We had people from UNO come and watch. There was a whole audience. And the students did such good work. They were so great. But there was a particular student, his name is Terry, who did such a good job with his speech. It was truly amazing. He talked about the life means life law that we have here in Nebraska. Many people don't know that a life sentence doesn't always mean, in many states, it doesn't mean that you are incarcerated for life. However, in Nebraska, that is exactly what that means. Mm-hmm. So he talked about that law and what that means for people like him. He happens to be a person who will be incarcerated for his lifetime, and how the steps he's gone through for rehabilitation and these things. So he kind of told his story, and it was so moving, and he did such a good job that he ended up being part of MAV Talks in the fall semester. And the reaction that the audience had to his recording, I have goosebumps right now just talking about it.
I was there. It was great.
it truly was. I can't imagine a better moment as a teacher. The only thing that could have been better is if he could have experienced that, and of course he could not.
Right.
So that would be a great highlight.
Did you circle back and tell him the reaction, or are you able to communicate?
I am not.
Yeah.
However, I could tell the education staff who could relay that message to him, which at least that could be conveyed to him. Right. But I couldn't convey that personally.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The other thing I would say is having students come in and who really don't believe they can pass a college course,
right,
who really maybe have had some really negative educational experiences and are walking into a college course with great fear, trepidation, hesitation. And when they make it through, they have this moment where they think, I could really do more of this.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that is,
Yeah.
I just shake and get so excited. That's such a fabulous moment.
Like the moment as a teacher is that aha moment where the student gets it.
Absolutely.
And I think with this population, it's just like, wow, wow.
My heart, it's like outside my body at that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I get more than they do sometimes. So yeah.
Wow.
And you're a rock star.
Yeah, I think
you're a rock star.
I think this is a mutually, beneficial program. It's not just for you and representing our school, but also definitely for the students and finding things and looking at opportunities that they never knew they had. So thank you for providing that, and thank you for representing our school and educating all learners.
Yes.
Yeah, not just the ones that physically come here. So that's great. Well, thanks for coming and
thank you so
joining
much.
us. Yeah, that's really cool experience. It gives me chills too. Yeah. So join us next time for Comm in 10, and please check us out on our social media.
Please do.
Yep, UNO School of Communication. You can find all our social media there. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Comm in 10, a production of the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. New episodes drop every other week, so be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And don't forget to follow the School of Communication on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube for the latest episodes and behind-the-scene updates.